Hello everyone. So today we are going to understand the track mattes in After Effects. If you are just beginning to learn After Effects, this tutorial will help you. I have set up the scene with red, green and blue shapes. Today's session is divided into 3 parts. First, how to do Alpha track matte. Second, how to do Luma matte using black and white color information. And third, how to do Luma track matte from RGB channels. So let's get straight into the After Effects. To understand the color channels and access them, let's click on this. If we go and click in red channel, we see the red, green shows the green and blue shows the blue color. Now, along with these 3 channels, an image can also include a 4th invisible channel. That channel called as alpha. Okay. So if you want to access the alpha of this composition, let's click on alpha here. Okay, the alpha is divided into 3 sections of colors. If the alpha is white, it indicates complete opacity. If the alpha is black, indicates a complete transparency. And if the alpha is in shades of gray, it indicates partial transparency. So let's understand how to do track matte in After Effects. So there are 4 types of track mattes. One is alpha track matte, then alpha inverted track matte, then you have a Luma matte and Luma inverted matte. Let's have this shape. I've imported an image. This image has an alpha. Okay, so if I want this Buddha image to take the alpha from the blue channel or the blue layer, okay, what I have to do is I have to go in track mattes, go here and do alpha matte towards blue. So what it does is Buddha's alpha is cut by blue layers alpha. So when you click on alpha matte, the layer from where you have called alpha will be turned off. Buddha image is only visible in the alpha section of blue layer. So here is another example of alpha track matte. So we have a text without the background. I have a footage of a burning fire. Let's do the alpha matte for the fire footage towards the text. Okay, so this is what we have now. So what has just happened, our fire footage has been cut out paste by the alpha channel of our text, and you can see that our fire layer has been turned off. And if we do the alpha inverted matte towards the fire text, so what we are doing is we are inverting the alpha here. Okay, same you can see. So the black means transparent and white means opaque. So what we have actually done is we have inverted the alpha here. Okay, so you can see the difference when we switch this back to alpha matte of the fire text. It is only visible in the text alpha. When we switch it back to inverted alpha, it becomes as an inverted matte. Let's understand the Luma matte. Now what is Luma? Luma means luminance. Luminance is the intensity of the emitted light from a surface. Now why we use Luma matte and when do we use Luma matte? So basically when you don't have alpha for the selection, that time we use Luma matte. So let's see an example here. In this example, we see a black and white composition. Okay. Now this composition doesn't have an alpha, okay, for the white. So if I want to show any image inside this white circle, I need to have an alpha for this white to do the alpha matte, but I don't have the alpha of the white layer. How I can extract the alpha from this? So for that, we need to do Luma matte. This composition layer doesn't have alpha. It is completely opaque. Okay. Now this is one of the stock image I have taken. Let's put the girl image below the black and white layer. Okay. And now if I do Luma matte, see what has happened is the girl image has taken the Luma from the white color of this black and white layer. So we can adjust the girl image however we want here inside this. This is how Luma works. And if we want to do Luma inverted matte, we can do that as well. Let's click here. So it just inverted the Luma. That means where there is black, the image will be seen in that area. There is another way of doing a Luma matte using red, green and blue colors. So I'll show you a process. I have created a composition with a black solid to make the background opaque. Then I have created 3 more shapes, red, green and blue colors. I'm going to import this RGB comp into this new composition, and I have also imported an image of a Buddha. We are going to make image visible inside the red section or the red part of this composition. Okay, so to do that we need to call for the luma of this red layer. Okay, to achieve that, let's go to effect called channel, shift channel. We need to take green from red and here take blue also from red. So what has just happened here, I'll show you an example. Created a shape with 3 different circles. Each has individual color, red, green and blue. If I put the green and blue channel on the screen mode on top of a red color, the overlapping section of all the 3 colors will become white. That is the natural tendency or phenomena of the colors. So when you come here, you have merged all the 3 colors into one color. We have got black and white composition of this layer. We are going to do a Luma matte on this. Okay, so we have this Buddha image, we have this RGB comp with a black and white color. Let's do Luma matte. Now we got the Buddha image inside the red circle which we had. If we turn off this effect, right, see, we made the red color white using the shift channel and used it to do Luma matte. So you can do the same thing with green and blue channels as well. If you want to select Luma from the green channel, you have to make green everywhere. So it will show green section of the layer. If we turn this off, it will pull the Luma from the green color. Okay, if we make blue, it is going to pull Luma from the blue channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have understood most of the concepts in this Alpha and Luma matte. If you want any specific tutorial, please mention in the comments and I'll be happy to help you. See you next time.